Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Vlad, and today we're taking care of the final few things before heading into our M+ journey in the next episode. Namely, we're going to run the final few delves to round out our gear, complete the Undermine questline so we can do some crafting, and snooze our way through some LFR to get some cartel chips. Let's get into it. What else can we do to increase our power level? Well, I could be using this thing, but I said I'd use that for when I have just one slot remaining that I haven't gotten away from a blue or a green or whatever. Right now we're just rocking this as an adventurer piece, our boots and our helmet, and this really shitty shield. But I'm most likely going to craft a shield using the whatchamacallits, the enchanted rune crest that you get from Undermine as soon as I do that eventually, which is probably going to be part of today's video. And by part of, I mean a footnote. So the thing I really want to do is I want to go over here and I want to buy some water breathing potions. So we have this Dryanic water breathing elixir. We're gonna buy like 4 of these because we want to go to Takrathon Abyss because it's one of the delves we have to do later on, and that one is underwater, so we have to deal with that bullshit. But we're gonna start off with Creekwall's Rest real quick, make sure I actually loot these and put them on my bars somewhere like Control 2, and then it's time for delves. I'm really I think everyone's kind of sick and tired of delves at this point, myself included, and I'm just not going to bother really showing you much of it. I'll show you what loot I got, but other than that, I don't think there's much necessity of me showing you 500 delves yet again. And by 500, I mean 4 or 3, maybe 4 delves at tier 11 bountiful. The reason I say 3, maybe 4, because one of them is the Undermine one, which I might unlock pretty quickly when I start actually doing the quest line. I'm not 100% sure how quickly that'll go. Ooh, I can actually just get to this part where I get mastery. That's good. So yeah, let's just quickly go through these delves and then we'll get to the Undermine quest line. And delve numero 1 has been completed. We're going to go ahead and observe tradition here. We're going to grab the gold first, and we're going to check for mislaid curiosities in the room, of which I spot 0 because there's no little widgets here. Then we're going to grab the left bountiful heavy trunk, then the right bountiful heavy trunk. We've used up all of our gilded stashes, so there's none of that. But either way, Nemesis Strongbox is next, then the gilded stash that we don't have, then bountiful coffer, and hidden trove. But again, we have no hidden trove due to the fact that we've already depleted our bountiful reward thingy. Oh my goodness, we got ourselves a helmet. Look at that. That is actually one of the few spots or slots that we don't have upgraded to purple. We just got War Within Epic. I don't know how, considering our boots are blue, but I guess at some point I didn't have purple boots from Sire Nile, so maybe it counts that. That's cool with me either way, because we just got a big old upgrade on the noggin department, so I'm a huge fan of that. We got Charged Touch as well. That's kind of nice. For the belt, which maybe I use. I don't know. We'll see. Got an upgrade for our Bouncing Grenade, which is actually our preferred thingy, as well as the three-dimensional bioprinter. We like that one. Now, one thing I want to correct that I didn't do in the previous before I started this delve, is the fact that I haven't actually tierified my gloves, which are actually hero. So there's no reason for me not to do that. Even when I got them, I said these are good candidates for catalyzing, because if I turn them into tier, I will get better stats. Namely, I'll switch from high versatility, low mastery to high haste, low versatility, like this. And that's a good chunk of haste. So we're going to go ahead and tierify those because they're hero tier. I'm not really going to get much better than that before I start doing, pens for weeklies, and then I get myth pieces, right? And with that, we got Fashionista Hand achievement. That's also funny. All right, let's quickly put what little transmog we have to good use. We go for that purple shit. There we go. You know I like my purple shit. Now, seeing this guy actually reminds me that I need to go and get this transmog before it's no longer time walking week or Legion time walking, because this actually goes quite well with our purple shit mog, and it's fairly cheap at 1,500 time warped badges, and we are at 1,325. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically needlessly do some more time walking dungeons. Oh, we get extra badges for tanking. Perfect. That'll make it even quicker. But yeah, I'm going to needlessly do this because what I can get out of it is, time warped badges, and then we use those to get the transmog, and then with the transmog, we make happy times. Also, we have 60 gilded Undermine crests, so yeah, boy, gonna be crafting a weapon, I think. I could craft with 90, but I think 60 will be more than enough. I can recraft again later. So, we're gonna have an enchanted rune crest offhand and an enchanted gilded crest to main hand once we're done with that quest line. It's gonna be sick. And we already have enough fractured sparks of fortune, so we're good. Also, I'm grabbing some of these rep rewards here. Oh, we're so close. We basically just need one more dungeon. And with that Black Rook hold, we have enough, I think. 1535. Well, let's go, baby. There it is. Nightforge Spellblade. Look at that. Now, if that ain't cool, I don't know what is. Give me that. Give me that right now. Yes, please. And then we're going to adjust purple shit to use that. Okay, now we're looking cool. Now we're looking cool. Oh man, I'm very happy about this. Okay, a slight detour from our delves, but can you blame me? I mean, who else does not want to do delves? And now you'll have to excuse me for a moment because the love of my life requires me to log into my Netflix account on our giant new TV.
A few moments later.
There we go. Danny has been Netflixified, and I've also taken some time to get myself some drinks. I got myself some electrolyte stuff. It's basically just like powder that I put into water for extra electrolytes because I don't drink enough water, so I may as well make the water I do drink have an extra punch or something. I don't know, man. I've been having some health issues, and I think it's because I've been sitting in a small room that tends to overheat because there's no proper ventilation in the room or anything like that. I'm kind of just sitting in it, and my computer's heating it up, and my body heat's heating it up, and the heat from outside's heating it up, and it's humid, so I'm sweating a lot while I'm recording, and blah 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 blah. Basically, it's not a great time. Ooh, quick repair mount. There we go. Thank you. But yeah, it's time for another tier 11 delve while I hydrate myself and also get myself more buffs in the game. But I'm hydrating myself in real life, to not confuse you. Maybe I did just confuse you. Oh well. Life is confusing and strange, my friend, but at least we have nice transmogs to show for it. Wait, why the fuck am I running into this delve again? I just did this stuff a little bit ago. I ain't got no reason to be in here. This is no longer a bountiful delve. Get me out. Whoopsie daisy. I just autopiloted my way over here. Ah, freaking idiot. Okay, so I'm supposed to probably go into Takrathon Abyss and then follow it up with an underkeep. Whoopsie daisy. Gold first. Then we check for any curios. I don't seem to see any. Okay. Left bountiful heavy trunk, right bountiful heavy trunk, nemesis strongbox, bountiful coffer. Give me something good, baby. Come on now. Okay, we got the okay. We literally have this exact same trinket, so not exactly good. But hey, you know, whatever. We got an upgrade for our 3-dimensional bioprinter, so maybe Bran, or rather I, do some more damage in these delves thanks to that. But yeah, no. Unfortunato. Well, one more underkeep, and then we do the quest line. And once more, we observe tradition. This time we have the chance of actually collecting some curios after we collect the gold, of course, because that's the first thing you need to do. Then you have to collect the mislaid curiosities. We have one here to the side and one behind the pillar trying to be sneaky with us, but it ain't gonna happen, buddy. Been there, done that. Once we have those, we grab the left bountiful heavy trunk, the right bountiful heavy trunk, then the nemesis strongbox, and of course the bountiful coffer to top things off, and we get ourselves yet another fucking trinket. Taking damage is a high chance to brand your assailant with holy fire damage and healing you for 50% of the damage. I feel like this is probably better than the core recycling unit, because honestly, I don't know, that heal kind of looks like shit. So we're gonna slap that on here, and then we don't have to think about using our trinket. We can just use this instead. Lovely. All right, last episode it was pants. This episode it's nothing but trinkets. Trinket City. Well, friends, I think. Oh, hold on. Ooh, we got 4 out of 4 3-dimensional bioprinter. That's perfect, actually. That shit does a lot of damage. If you look at my damage throughout the run, or is it Brand's damage? Where did that show up, actually? It's not showing up as pet damage or anything like that, so I'm a little confused. Oh, bioprint. There it is. 17% of my damage is from bioprint, so that's pretty good. Quickly turning these delve quests because they give a little bit of gold. And now it's time to make use of this radiant emblem of service. So I am rocking mostly champion gear. The only thing I don't have a champion is the boots. I could arguably craft boots, but also I don't want to spend the gold, and I'm kind of okay with veteran shoulders because I have a champion helmet and a champion chest piece which I can terrify if need be. Plus I still have one more delve to run, so now I'm split on the decision whether or not I should spend this on boots, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Screw it. Might as well get to it. Part of me really wants to do these dailies to see if I get boots, and then I can maybe get something better like shoulders with the champion token. Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Whatever, let's do the dailies, man. I can't, I'm so indecisive. I'm so sorry, this is probably annoying. Oh, nice carved crests. I'll take carved crests, thank you. Anyway, quick set of dailies, let's go. Oh, yeah. It was all worth it. It was all worth it. There we go. Okay, we got boots. Now I don't have to spend this on boots. I can spend it on shoulders instead. Or maybe even a necklace, who knows? We'll see. Because we do still have one more run to do, which is the delve in, what's it called, an Undermined Side Street Sluice. All right, well, the next step for me is actually going and doing the Undermine campaign. So we're gonna go over here and take this way up into the Ringing Deeps, which is a lot of upward flappage for my birdie, but there is actually, I think, a jet stream. Yeah, there is. There we go. So we can just take that all the way up there without having to expend too much flappage out of the bird, also known as vigor. I think the early design term was flappage, but then Blizzard decided that it was too close to fappage, which they didn't like, so we were stuck with vigor instead. Anyway, here begins the quest line. I am sure as hell. Oh, there's a lot of Valor Stones in the quest line, isn't there? I should probably spend some of my Valor Stone just so I don't waste that, right? So I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna Hearthstone back to Dornogal. Spend some Valor Stones just so I don't waste these ones that I'm generating from the quest line, and then I'll come back and do the quest line itself. And of course, you know me, I can't get anything done without being distracted 14 times, so we're going to do a quick portal. Shut up, Eladin. It already has 6 affixes, so I don't have to use mine. Okay, and it has the one that I can give it, so no biggie. So the reason I really want to do these is because apparently you can get Tyrael's Charger as well from these. According to my friend Aerolith, there is a GM saying that you can get these, or that you can get Tyrael's Charger from these. So I'm going to just trust in it. I'm just going to do these whenever I'm nearby, in case I can get the original Tyrael's Charger colors instead of just Inurius's Charger, which we do have at this point. Inarius, not Inurius, dumbass, whatever. Which is a very cool looking Charger, and I wish I had a set to match this, but I just don't. Although the DK set or the Monk set would go crazy with this mount. Oh, no way we got the 36 slot bag. Come on, man. That's so good. Wait, what's this? Oh, shit. No way. I got the 12-string guitar. What the f***? Dude, I am lucky as hell. I even got Wirt's fighting leg, and I got another one of his fighting legs, and I got his last leg too. Dude, who's Wirt? I agree. How many freaking legs does this guy have? Freaking millipede Wirt. Oh, we got the 12-string guitar. How cool is that? Holy shit. What does it do? Produce a haunting melody. All right, hold on. Oh, I have to be in an inn to strum a guitar. Okay, fine, game, fine. I see how it is. Gives me a chance to open up these bags. Very nice. Do we have enough to buy another shit? We do have enough to buy another shit. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Don't ask me. I wouldn't be able to answer the question. All right, what's next? Druid looks like shit. Demon Hunter, okay. Mage, okay. Man, Blizzard always does hunters dirty. I don't know why. Okay, priest looking nice, looking nice. Shaman's actually looking cool. I like this. So we got a red lightning kind of thing going on. Warlock's of course looking cool as shit. And warrior just, you know, doing old school warrior things. I'm thinking shaman. Shaman's looking kind of cool. These shoulders look cool as shit. I'm just going to grab shaman. And then hopefully we get us some other sets as well. And we're going to go ahead and replace our smallest bag, which is I think this fortuitous satchel. We're going to grab, or rather replace that. Also one more hell collar chest. There we go. All right, I'm in an inn now. So let's go down here where there is exactly as many RP people as I expected there to be. 0. Now let's play the guitar. Seriously, bro, just like waves his arms. He doesn't actually have a guitar in his hands. Blizzard, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Okay. That was about as disappointing as my loot RNG. I say as I play the thing that I got as a rare drop from the event. Never mind. Anyway, back to Undermine questing. honest with you. It was fun. It was like kind of nice because I wasn't really commentating or anything, so I just kind of chilled, watched stuff on the side, and did the quest line. But holy shit, this, you know, it's gonna be worth it. But at the same time, that took a long time. I'm going to go ahead and just do this in story mode just because I want to get it done ASAP. I want to get that enchanted rune crest. I don't feel like doing LFR right this instant, so, you know. Also, this gun is hella cool, so I'm just going to learn that, obviously. I do like the addition of story mode, honestly. It's kind of nice. I think it's something they should have had sooner, to be honest, but I'm glad they started adding it with the War Within. From the standpoint of someone who can't spend who knows how much time going through LFR, because it takes a while to get into LFR unless you're tanking or maybe healing. So like if you have half an hour to play, you could do story mode. You can't really do potentially LFR because you might just not get a Q pop in that time. So I think it's really nice. I also think that it's good that it's really easy because people that have very little time, in my opinion, probably can't really play the game extremely efficiently or anything like that, or they're not geared, because you can't really scrape together all that much gear in that little bit of time unless you're planning to do it efficiently. And then most people that play that little probably are civilians in the sense of they don't consume World of Warcraft content. They don't go to YouTube and check out how to quickly gear their character or anything like that, or how mechanics work on certain bosses or anything. They just kind of wing it. So overall, this story mode thing is very clearly meant for casuals, but, you know, I'm going to make use for it, or of it, to get myself in the nice little enchant. And for once in my life, I remembered that I need to go to my right after this giant circle shows up instead of my left. I don't know why. Before, I'd always run to the left, and then he would always fly to my right, and I would just waste a bunch of time. In a way, though, this is very much like LFR. Everyone just stands in everything. Alright, he's almost dead. Thank goodness, because this is, it is a little boring. Then again, he is meant to be this big old raid boss, final boss. So maybe he shouldn't be a complete pushover. Like, this is easy to do, just a little bit time consuming, so I'm kind of okay with that. And there he goes. He teleports over to that spot, and we are donezo. Now I can leave instance group. I don't have to do anything else in here. And now we can go over to turn in that quest. Exceptionally juicy loot. Hello, yes, it is I, Virik. Okay, I've got a bunch of, whatchamacallits, fractured sparks. Well, not a bunch, I have 5, but I have enough to craft myself 2 items. I have the gilded crests, I have some runed Undermine crests, and I have this enchanted runed Undermine crest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly craft myself, wrong mount. I'm going to quickly craft myself a weapon and a shield. I'm going to use the gilded crests to make myself a weapon, and I'm going to use the enchanted rune Undermine crest to craft myself a shield. Now you might argue that I should craft once I have 90 gilded crests so that I can have this crafted at max item level as far as crafting is concerned, but it'll be a while until I get myself some more gilded crests, so I would prefer to just get it as it is right now. But what I can do is I can get a runed augmentation matrix for 15 gilded or runed crests and bump up the item level of my shield, which I think would be nice. It's 3 extra item level for 15, what are these called, crests. It's the same as upgrading an item for me right now because I don't really have any discount of any sort. Why is this in my favorites? It's not. Oh, right, because this is Tabisa's favorites, so it just remembered that. I do also have to buy the actual gilded crest, so let me just do that real quick to commit to this path. Weapon, one-handed maces. I think the Everforged mace is one of the cheapest things to craft. Oh, nice. Everything's kind of cheap here, actually, material-wise. We're going to favorite that. And armor, miscellaneous, shields, search, Everforged defender. We're going to favorite that. So the best thing that we can get for embellishments is actually elemental focusing lens, just to blast the damage, according to Wowhead. Now, that could be wrong, but I'm just going to trust it for now. Oh, I'm so used to actually having my auction house mount that I moved over here to summon my auction house mount so I can go ahead and buy all that stuff that I need. But luckily, the actual auction house isn't that far away, so we're just going to go ahead and use that. So before I forget, I'm going to get the elemental focusing iris. No, it's not the iris, it's the lens. There it is, and we're going to get a couple of those. And then we can just buy these different materials that we need for the weapon and the shield. We also have to make sure that we're getting haste mastery and haste. I'm going to go for haste mastery. I feel like it's the more defensive option, and I'm much more worried about my defensiveness than I am about my survivability. Or I guess crit or parry isn't a horrible idea either, but still. Mastery is mastery. Mastery makes my Consecration give me a flat DR, which is always very good. We're going to get 2 of these just so we can give ourselves the stats that we need. There's all the mats, as well as the embellishments, and the Algari missives to guarantee the stats we want. Now we use one of the sparks for the main hand. We add the optional ingredient that determines the stats. We're going to use the gilded one for the mace, and we add the elemental focusing iris. Wait, I can add the ruined augmentation matrix to this item? I thought that you could only add that to crests that use, or rather to crafts that use the ruined enchanted crest. So I could bump up the item level of this mace by 3. If we max craft it, it ends up being 678 instead of 675. Is this worth doing for myself? It is the weapon. You know what? I'm just going to get myself another one of these, and then I can add 3 item levels to both of my crafts. That's kind of nice, actually. I didn't know that. All right, we added everything we have. We're going to set it to 5 stars, and we're going to say looking for this and see if someone will whisper us to craft it for us. It is 5:22 a.m. on the server, so I shouldn't expect too much from the crafters. For me, it's 12:21 p.m., so bit of a 7-hour difference. Oh, hey, this guy. Cool. Send it to time to strike. Let's copy character name, get an error, type it out anyway. There we go. It even suggested for us. And we're going to give a 3,000 gold tip. I feel like that's fair. For a 678 item, let's send it. And I'm just going to ask them if they can craft the Everforged Defender too. They've already crafted the first thing I sent them, which is wonderful. So I'm just going to populate these fields here, set it to 5, send it to 3,000 gold. There we go. And once they reply, I can quickly send it. He says, yep, I sent it right away. Whoops, I should have waited for him to tell me that. Never mind, we're going to go ahead and cancel that. Time to hide. Order cancel. We're going to get our weapon here. Fender, boom, 5. Time to hide, 3,000. Add all the reagents, otherwise this is not very efficient. And that gives us a 661 Everforged Defender. Time to hide. Send. Sent. Time to hide. Thank you. Oh, he's currently not playing, so I'm assuming he already logged over. I'm hoping that's the case at least. Yeah, I whispered them that I sent them the shield their way, that I thank them. There we go, we got the shield, let's go. And this gives us Weathered of the Undermine. That's very nice. We're going to go ahead and equip those 2 items, and we're at 650 item level. Jesus, okay. That is some good shit right there. I like that. I like that a lot. My shield was holding me back quite a bit. The weapon, not so much, but still, this is a big jump. I went from a 639 weapon to a 678. That's still significant. And from 587 to 661 is very significant. Okay, cool. Well, before we do anything else, I'm gonna go and transmog this shit because it looks pretty bad. Or maybe with these weapons, can I maybe get away with running the new set that we got ourselves? No, not really. Too much yellow on it. But it works with the Silver Moon. The Cinderae Heritage Armor. Oh, okay. We gotta get rid of this helmet though. It's goofy as hell. There we go. And maybe I give myself some blonde hair and that'll work just fine. I feel like this looks good. Maybe not as good as purple shit, but hey, whatever. Let's make a new outfit, call it Cinderae or Cinderae, I don't know. Cindora, I think, is the actual way you say it, but I don't know for sure. But this purple set has actually kind of grown on me because of the weapon being as cool as it is. Guys, I don't know. I also don't like the fact that this is like a dress or whatever. But hey, there's also the Blood Paladin or Blood Knight sort of set that I can get, apparently. Somebody pointed out in the comments that is a possibility, so maybe I should look into that. Do a stream where I get myself that stuff. We have Mail from Viscarn for getting the Undermine crests, or like getting past Weathered crests. Next step, Carved. So I forgot to record the bit where I actually say that I'm going into the final Bountiful Delve. There it goes. Cool. Live commentary will add. The final delve. Let us observe tradition one more time. We grab a left bountiful heavy trunk, right bountiful heavy trunk, after of course grabbing gold and then curios. There's a sturdy chest in here just for completing the freaking delve. That's nice. Then we grab the Nemesis strongbox, and then we grab the bountiful coffer, which will give us yet another fucking trinket. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? I know that this thing, however, does quite a chunk of damage, while I also know that this thing doesn't heal me for basically anything. So I'm just gonna, I guess, replace that just so I have some more single target damage. Freaking whatever, man. I don't know what to tell you. Trinket City. Upgrade for our bouncing grenade, some gold, and whatever the heck this is, and a slab of slate. Did I do mining? I don't recall mining anything. I guess I was mining my own business. Goodness gracious. Well, that's done. We're gonna go ahead and turn in the quest here for completing that delve, because it gives us a good chunk of reputation with Undermine. May as well get it. We can also collect all of these quest rewards for actually doing for getting reputation with Undermine. We could get these boots, but they're honestly kind of meh. We have higher item level ones, so there's no point in buying that. If I could get the gloves, I'd be quite happy about that, because those are and never mind, actually I have hero gloves. Forget about it. Forget what I just said. All right, well, we have a full tier set. Everything that isn't champion or hero is veteran, so veteran is our lowest. What I could do now is I could go into LFR just to spam LFR basically, so I could get this done and get the puzzling cartel chips. I could do it enough times to actually get 6 of the puzzling cartel chips. Actually, I think I can get all 9 and just get myself 3 hero pieces. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get myself 2 hero pieces. I'm going to get myself really good trinkets. Ideally, I would get all my 12s done and then I would get 2 myth trinkets, but I can't wait that long. I need gear ASAP because we actually only have a couple of weeks left to do this. So I guess it is time for LFR. Actually, since I like getting distracted so much, we can do the world boss too. Why not? There's a chance that I can get a champion piece from it, so I may as well try it. Oh, okay, they're not already doing it. They're just kind of getting ready to do it. Well, there's few enough of us for the healer to actually be able to heal us unless they're just masquerading as a holy priest. I did actually take a moment to finish up the quest line, so I did get the Undermined achievement, and now I also explored Undermine by coming over here. Well, there goes our healer, so much for healing. Maybe I can give them... Oh, no, they have the talent that lets them resurrect. Never mind. I was going to give them a CR. I'm going to use... Oh, I was going to use a bubble to prevent that knockback, but luckily there were no mines behind me. Didn't have to worry about it too much. I'm going to bubble this knockback now, though. I'm going to activate these 2 mines so that they don't bother me while I'm standing here. Since I can activate them while I have Le Bubble. We're going to lay on hands this person. We're going to try and CR that person. I can just build up the holy power. There we go. I may have to give some heals out here as well. We're getting some more people to join us, but we're just about done with the boss. And there we go. What do we get? We actually got plate loot, dude. We actually got a plate piece from the... Oh my god, this character's very lucky. So far, this character's been extremely lucky, and it's even good stats. It's got haste, verse. Verse is not the best. It's actually the worst. But the haste, I will take very much. I mean, this character's just built different, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just... it's just very lucky. All right, I'm going to leave party. That should make me phase, maybe, potentially. I'm just trying to skedaddle out of combat so that I can actually mount up and leave Undermine, because I think I'm just about done with everything I could do in here. And just as I say that, of course, I'm not done with everything I could do in here, because we still have this adventure cache thing quest, which I will do, not because I will get anything useful out of it. Well, actually, I will get something useful out of it, but it's gold. I'm getting gold, and your boy needs gold for crafting and for consumables. So we're going to go ahead and just do that real quick. There were some people here fighting the rare, so I pulled this thing on top of it because it's the last one I need to complete the quest. I tricked them into helping me. Alright, there's the Seasoned Adventurers cache. We're going to open it and see what we get. We got 1.1k gold. Plenty for me to do it. It took me like, what, 3 minutes to do the quest? Not even. And I got 1k gold out of it, so that's pretty efficient if you ask me. But now, truly, there is nothing left for me to do in here, so I'm going to skedaddle out of here and start spamming the queue for, whatchamacallits, LFR. I'm making an executive decision that I will not be farming any more LFR turbo boost shit. It would take forever. I would need to do 12 more bosses just to get 3 more cartel chips so that I could get 1 more piece of gear. I'd rather just do mythic dungeons over and over again, which I will do because I have to farm raiding and stuff. So with the 3 cartel chips that we have, I'm now trying to figure out what it is that I should get for myself? Probably the pacemaker, even though that feels like a silly thing to do because I can just farm a hero pacemaker off of +6 keys, as well as the ringing ritual mud, which I really, really like this trinket. I think this trinket is amazing. Very underrated trinket in my opinion. But supposedly I should be running Tome of Light's Devotion because it seems like most people run the Tome plus pacemaker. Thing is though, I could maybe potentially want to run, nah, I'd lose too much haste. I think I'm just going to settle for one of these trinkets to get it out of the way. And screw it, let's make it the pacemaker. This will let us get rid of Papa's prized putter for a 10 item level upgrade. I was debating shortly there about whether or not I should be using first 3 cartel chips to maybe get a ring, but then I would lose like what little haste I have from this, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Now, we still have the Radiant Emblem of Service, which I do believe I should spend to replace one of the pieces of gear that I'm not too happy with, which would probably be veteran gear. So I have the necklace, the bracers, a ring, and shoulders. Considering that shoulders are sort of a long-term thing that I want to keep on me, and considering that in the item set they're kind of one of the few things that have haste, and I'm probably going to tierify the chest piece and the shoulders, because otherwise on the helmet I'm just getting a lot of crit and mastery. But my chest piece already has a lot of haste. Either way, I'm tierifying shoulders though. Or maybe I should tierify helmet and chest piece and leave these shoulders because they have 1,000 haste. They're only veteran. I'm just going to buy shoulders. Why am I complicating my life like this? But before I do that, I'm going to go do the goblin event again. Alrighty then, so what do we get? So the shoulders I can get have juicy haste. The bracers I can get are the same stats, just more of them. I don't want to get that. What about rings? What kind of rings are we working with here? It's a high crit, low haste ring. Not a big fan of that. Crit mastery necklace. Haste verse necklace isn't that bad, but this necklace that I have has okay stats too. This ring is kind of the most appealing thing, but I kind of also don't want to get it because I think I'm going to craft a ring. Rings are pretty cheap to craft, and they're also a very, very good way to control your secondary stats. So I think crafting rings would probably be the solution here rather than getting that. So the real question is, do I want to get my wrists upgraded or my shoulder upgraded? And I think the real answer is the shoulder. And since I'm trying to keep as much haste as possible, I feel like the shoulder actually is the best thing to not transmog because I don't have haste on my helmet, and I'm going to be exchanging a bit of like a chunk of versatility for mastery, which is a better stat. So I think tierifying the helmet and the chest is probably the right call. I can't be bothered doing this nightfall thing, so I'm just going to teleport back or Hearthstone back to Dornogal, make sure I equip my juicy new shoulders, catalyze my chest piece and my helmet, and then find an unsuspecting mounted person, hold on, to get my purple shit back. There we go. Gotta get on that purple shit. You know how it is. I have 21 carved crests, so I can actually upgrade, I guess, my boots to 4 out of 8. Maybe that's like the best thing, or will this give me more strength? Actually, that boots upgrade gives me more strength, so we're gonna go for that. There we go. 4 out of 8 boots. We do still have some of these ruined crests remaining, and what I think I will do with them is I'm gonna go ahead. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm gonna do a tier 11 delve so I get a few more ruined crests so I can craft myself an enchanted ruined crest and use that to make myself a ring. I feel sick just saying it. I'm so sorry. You've seen enough delves, but what has to be done has to be done. Luckily, we have access to Undermine now, so we can go down here really, really quick and do this one that's here under the bridge. What's it called? Side Street Sluice. It's overcharged, so I can double dip and get some of those upgrade materials, and that'll be great. Now I'm really just hoping that I do actually get, 10 ruined Undermine crests. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, and the Nemesis Strongbox gives us 5 extra ruined crests, which is really nice. So we have 10 left over after we do everything we wanted to do. Perfectamente. Get me the fuck out. Postmaster says I have a Hellcaller chest and one of these that I didn't pick up. Okay, so what's next? What's next is me crafting myself a ring. So we're gonna buy a enchanted ruined crest and this augmentation matrix. That's why I wanted to get that. Even though I had enough for just a ruined crest, I didn't want to craft it without the ruined augmentation matrix because reasons. I don't know. I just didn't want to. Maybe I secretly yearn for the delves. Maybe I'm becoming one of the mole people, a cave dweller. Now, please do take note. I don't think this is the most efficient way for you to gear. I don't even think it's even close, but I have multiple factors kind of pressuring me to gear in this kind of weird way, which is I want to get the gearing out of the way so I don't have to worry about that once I start grinding myself some rating. Oh, I need a spark. I forgot about that. Let me just craft the spark real quick. And I have very little time to do what I want to do. I have just a little over 2 weeks in order to get to 3K rating. On a class I haven't played this, or not class, but spec I haven't played this season yet. To be completely honest with you, running through the delves and optimizing my damage and making sure I use my cooldowns on cooldown so I can progress quickly was actually kind of useful for me to get used to just using my cooldowns. So W delves, I guess, in some way. There we go, 661 ring with 3.5k haste. Oh yeah, look at that, 653 item level now. Very juicy. Happy Vlad noises right now. Thank you to Bell All for crafting our ring. Now, I think that's it, folks. I think that's as much as I can procrastinate the beginning of the M+ section of this of this series. And that's pretty much it for this episode. In the next one, we crack open our first vault filled with delve slots, get some prep done, and jump into M+. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe because there's more episodes coming. Leave the word montage in your comment for the sweet tunes during our questing and LFR montages. Let me know if you guys like those. I'll put more of them in. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.